Hello everyone and welcome to Next Hop. In today's video we're gonna explain how to configure basic Cisco switch configuration. So let's first take a look at topology. We're gonna divide two networks, VLAN 1 and VLAN 11, where PC1 and PC2 will be able to communicate within VLAN 1 network, but they will not be able to reach out to VLAN 11 network. We're gonna configure telnet between two switches and everything we need to make it work. First, if you are using real Cisco device, hook up your console cable to a switch and your computer, and make sure you open Device Manager to check out your COM port. Then open PuTTY and select Serial, COM port and speed rate. If you are using Packet Tracer or VM machine like GNS3, which I'm using, boot up your switch and let's start configuring. So let's begin with it. So we're gonna type enable. If you want to autocomplete, just press tab. So enable, configure terminal, and we're gonna do the first thing. You can do hostname and we're gonna say next hop. Now to configure VLAN, we're gonna do interface VLAN 1 and we're gonna say no shutdown and type exit, and we're gonna do the same for the interface VLAN 11. So interface VLAN 11, no shutdown. Now to configure access ports, we're gonna do interface range for these two. So interface range gig 01 till 2, and we're gonna say switch port mode access, and we can use description to type access port. Now to configure the PC3, we're gonna say interface gig 03, and we're gonna say switch port mode access. We're gonna say description access, and we have to do switch port access VLAN 11 to assign this port to the VLAN 11. Now it's created. We can verify all this. We can type show interface status. And we can see that VLAN 1 is assigned to port 1 and 2 and port 3 is assigned to VLAN 11. Now we can configure the trunk port. So interface gig, in my case it's 1/3. And we can do switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q. What it does, it basically inserts .1q VLAN tag. So switch port mode trunk, now it's okay, and we're gonna allow only these two. So switch port trunk allowed only these two ports we're gonna allow to trunk, so 1 and 11. And we can also put description trunk. Now we have completed all the ports. We can verify one more time, show interface status, and we can see 1 and 11 are connected. If you want to verify the VLANs, show VLAN brief, we can type, and we can see that VLAN 1 and 11 are active. Now to configure an IP address, we're gonna use like interface VLAN 1 and we're gonna type IP address 10.0.02, or subnet mask is gonna be 24. Now to configure gateway, we're gonna use IP default gateway and we're gonna say 10.0.01. In this case, gateway is used if you are using a router and you want to go to the internet and you are pointing the default gateway to the router. So we have completed these tasks, and next we move on to the line con 0 and VTY line. So we're gonna type line con 0 and we're gonna say password. We're gonna use next hop. This password is not encrypted, and if you want to log in to the switch using a console cable, you're gonna be prompted up for the next hop, for the password, which is next hop. Now to configure VTY line, if you want to telnet to this switch, what is the meaning of this 04? It's maximum 5 connections from 0 to 4 simultaneously connections that can be connected to the switch. So we have to configure a password. We're gonna use again next hop, which is not encrypted, and we're gonna type login, which is very important. You cannot log onto the switch without login. And we can say transport input, and we're gonna say telnet and SSH. We're gonna say telnet and SSH even though SSH is not configured in this case. And we're gonna do exit. Now to verify this, we can do a show run, and we can see the passwords are not encrypted here. It's visible, so anybody over our shoulder can see what's the password, and we don't want that. Next we can do enable password. So we're gonna type enable, and we're gonna use secret next hop for the enable password. Now to encrypt all these passwords here in a line con 0 and VTY line, we're gonna use a service password encryption command, and what it does, it will encrypt all the password inside the configuration of a switch. So to verify this, we're gonna do show run, and at the end now all the passwords should be encrypted. As we can see, they are encrypted now. So if we go to the PC1 and we want to ping 10.0.0.12, we can ping the second PC, which is in the same VLAN. But if we want to ping the another PC in different VLAN, which is VLAN 11, the PC3, it's not possible without routing. They are totally different VLANs. VLAN 1 and VLAN 11 cannot ping each other. So that's completed. Now if you want a telnet to verify, is this working to the first switch, we have to configure the second switch. So we're gonna do it quickly. Configure terminal IP address. We have to assign first interface VLAN 1, and we're gonna say no shutdown, and we're gonna assign an IP address to the switch, which is gonna be used 10.0.0, we can use 3, and the same subnet mask 24. And that's it. Now we have to issue a telnet command to connect to the first switch. So telnet 10.0.0.2, and we are prompted for the password. Next hop. Oops. Next hop. Now we are connected, and if you want to go to enable mode, we are again prompted for password, which is the same. Next hop, and we are successfully telnetted to the first switch. What else we can do? We can write the configuration to save everything what we have done. As we can see, the configuration is successfully completed, and we have completed all the tasks. And that's it for today's video. If you find it useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.